Good morning, guys. Good morning. Just waiting for everything to come online here. It is Saturday morning. Saturday morning, September 27th. It's a college football Saturday. We are live on the North American Sports Report, our new YouTube channel. We want you to like and subscribe. Go on North American Sports Report on YouTube and North American Sports Report on Facebook. We are streaming live simultaneously. Also, you go on Billy DiNapoli Facebook, also streaming on Billy DiNapoli Facebook, North American Sports Report YouTube, and then the show re-airs on North American Sports Report Facebook. But it's live on the Billy DiNapoli page and on the North American Sports Report YouTube page. So check them out, like and subscribe. We appreciate the support. We got a lot to go over, So MLB last night, the pennant races have heated up. They have heated up. So the Yanks and the Jays still tied for first place. Someone's getting a division, someone's getting the wild card. Cleveland and Detroit are now tied in the Central. Same situation. One's getting a division, one's getting the Central, one's getting the wild card. Houston still a game out of the wild card. Great races. Obviously, we know in the National League, the Phils and the Brewers have wrapped up their divisions, as have the Dodgers. But the Mets lose last night to the Marlins 6-2, and now they are in a dead heat with Cincinnati with 2 games left to play. Arizona's 2 games back. They're pretty much toast. It would take a miracle. But it's between the Reds and the Mets for the wild card. And let's see what we got today. Let's look at the matchup. So obviously the Yanks are playing today at 1. They got Schlittler on the mound. Their young rookie starter who's been very impressive there at 105 against the Orioles. Oh boy. The Jays. The Jays home for the Rays. They're at 305. These games, 2 games left. These games could come down to the division. The Mets got Holmes on the mound against Perez in Florida. Can the Marlins once again wreck the Mets season as they have done in the past? The Marlins are a scrappy young team, not going to the playoffs, but the lowest payroll in baseball. So, I mean, you got to give them credit for as hard as they play. Tigers are at Boston. Montero for Detroit and early for the Sox. Games of interest. Reds at the Brewers. That game is at 7:15. So those are games you're going to look at. If you're a Met fan, you're watching that Reds-Brewers game at 7:15, and you're hoping you beat the Marlins at 4:10. The 4:10 p.m. is the first pitch in Florida, and that tonight's game could decide whether the Mets are going to be on the outside looking in. And boy, what a story that would be. The Guardians are home against the Rangers tonight. They've got Cantillo on the mound for them. They are at 7:15. So the Guardians and the Tigers are still fighting it out for that division title. Tigers will play the Sox in Fenway at 4:10, and the Guardians are 7:15 hosting Texas. So that gets you up to date on your MLB. Last night, college football. Now, I've been looking forward to next week's University of Miami game against Florida State at Tallahassee. I really have been looking forward to it. And honestly, I would have really loved to had seen Florida State go in there undefeated, but they get upset by Virginia last night in Virginia, 46-38 in double overtime. And listen, it's a lot different when you're not playing East Texas A&M and Kent State. But you know what? I'm sure they'll be all amped up for the Canes when they come in. But it would have been a lot juicier if it was two top 10 teams in Tallahassee next week, both undefeated. But now I'm sure Florida State, who's eighth ranked, will definitely fall out of the top 10. I would imagine. Uh, but yeah, that was a shocker last night. There was some really great games actually last night in college football. Arizona State upsets TCU in a 3-point game, 27-24. That was another upset. That was a great game. We got a big slate coming up today. We're gonna go over that in a second. Uh, but like last night's games, we had three great ones. We had the Houston Cougars edge Oregon State. They almost got upset. They come into the game undefeated, and they have to hang on to beat Oregon State 27-24. As I said before, Arizona State knocks off previously undefeated TCU 27-24. And yes, Virginia, as the students and fans storm the field, upset 8th ranked Florida State. Those were three great games last night. Again, want you guys to slam the like button. Go to YouTube, North American Sports Report. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us. Uh, Go to our Facebook page, North American Sports Report. Like and follow us there, and we'd appreciate it. We're going to give you good content. We're going to give you good content all year, in and out, all four major sports. We also went over the NHL injuries that happened in the world of hockey yesterday with Sasha Barkov for the Panthers out for at least the regular season with an ACL, MCL tear and surgery yesterday to repair that. The defending Cup champs will be shorthanded to start the season with no Tkachuk, no Barkov. Yeah, that's a tough break for them, but they're a deep enough team, and I still think they're going to be a top 5 team. Even Tkachuk will be back by Thanksgiving. They're going to be in the mix with or without those guys. But obviously, they're elite and the best team in the league when they're all present. College football today. College football today. We got some big ones today. What do we got on here? Thanks for your support, guys. Okay, today, big games today. Noontime. Notre Dame is -4.5 at Arkansas. Now, I'm going to go over all of them, but I want to give you the juicy ones. Notre Dame is -4.5 at Arkansas. USC is -6.5 at Illinois. These are noon starts. Indiana at 3:30 is -8.5 at Iowa. Also at 3:30, LSU is actually a 1.5 point dog. Ole Miss -1.5 at Ole Miss. Auburn +7. Texas A&M the favorite at -7 at Texas A&M. We also have at 3:30, Ohio State -8.5 at the Washington Huskies. The night games tonight are really excellent. The night games, we've got Oregon visiting Penn State. Penn State is a 3.5 point choice. The line has shifted now in the Alabama-Georgia game. Georgia is now -2.5. Alabama is a 2.5 point dog. We've got Arizona at Iowa State. Iowa State is 5.5 point choice, -5.5. That game is also the night game. That's a 7 o'clock start. The other two are 7:30. We got a lot of juicy games in college today. We got a lot of good ones. There's a lot of other games that, maybe not among undefeateds, although here's Louisville is undefeated 3-0 traveling to Pittsburgh. Louisville's -3.5. The Duke-Syracuse game, an ACC matchup, has Duke -4 at Syracuse. Of course, Syracuse lost their quarterback Angelini last week to, I believe it was an Achilles, and that's a tough break for that kid. He was playing good. Georgia Tech, been the surprise. Well, maybe not a surprise. They were good last year, but they look like a powerhouse. Georgia Tech minus 14 at Wake Forest. These are all noon starts. Rutgers is at Minnesota. Minnesota is minus 4.5. Noon. Cincinnati at Kansas. Kansas is minus 4.5. Here's a good one. Central Florida comes into Kansas State, who's struggling. They're 1-3, but they are favored minus 5.5 over UCF. Here's a game I'm really looking forward to. The exciting USC team at 4-0 comes into Illinois to battle the Illini. The Illini is 6.5 point dog, so USC is favored by 6.5 on the road. Utah State at the surprising Vanderbilt Commodores. Vanderbilt is a huge favorite here. They're favored by 23.5. Oh, what are some other good ones? Utah travels to West Virginia. Utah's a 12.5 point favorite on the road. We got Cal Boston College at Boston College. BC is minus 6. This is a good game. Indiana travels to Iowa. Indiana's minus 8.5. Baylor plays the struggling Oklahoma State team who just fired their coach. Baylor is favored by 21. Both teams are 2-2. Another great game. LSU at 3:30 travels to Ole Miss. Ole Miss is favored by 1.5. Auburn travels to Texas A&M. Texas A&M is minus 7, favored by 7 over Auburn at home. Ohio State, as we said before, that's the 3:30, travels to Washington. Ohio State's minus 3.5. 8.5, excuse me. Ohio State's minus 8.5. The Memphis Tigers, my brother's alma mater, minus 14.5 and undefeated at 4-0 at Florida Atlantic. Virginia Tech struggling mightily at NC State, minus 10 for NC State. NC State's 3-1. Another battle undefeated. Arizona goes to Iowa State today. Iowa State is minus 5.5. That's a good game. That's a good game to check out there. Well, I mean, I love it all, but okay, we've already given you Oregon, Penn State, Alabama, Georgia. Kentucky is at South Carolina. Battle of 2-win teams. South Carolina is minus 5.5. Coach Prime at 10:15 tonight, and the Colorado Buffaloes host BYU. BYU's undefeated. Colorado's 500. BYU's a 6.5 point choice. That is the wrap for college football today. Let's see here. We're going to give you a few picks that we like. A few picks. It's so tough to choose from today. A lot of the games are so tight. They're so contested. There are a lot of really great matchups. Like I said, when I give out these picks, I've been pretty good. My record in college this year is 9-7-1. Pros, I'm 14-9 in the NFL. I don't claim to be an expert. We have some fun with this, and I always encourage people, if you're going to wager responsibly. Never bet more than you could afford. Have a little fun on your DraftKings and your FanDuel. Never chase your losses. Don't ever bet your mortgage on what I'm telling you. I try to give you good information and good content, but I don't want any of you guys taking my word as law, because I'm pretty good and I love to have fun with this stuff. Obviously, gambling is a lot to do with why a lot of people watch football. I mean, it's turned it into a billion-dollar industry. Even college and pro, it's a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar industry. And obviously, gambling puts some spice into that and is the reason for that. But you never get too carried away with anything. All things in moderation, kids. So when I give you these things, I want you to always have some fun with it. Don't take it all too seriously. And, we'll see if I know what the hell I'm talking about. Hopefully more times than not. Otherwise, we're not going to have too many people tuning in to hear what the hell I have to say. Today, I like 3 plays that I'm giving out. 3 plays I really like. I like an Oregon-Alabama teaser. I think both those games are going to be tight. I'm still waiting for Coach Franklin to win a big game when it matters. This is a big game, although his team is always there in the mix. I'm teasing Alabama to plus 8.5, and I'm teasing Oregon to 9.5. A 2-team teaser, as most know, is a 6-point swing. So Oregon was plus 3.5, and Alabama was plus 2.5. I am teasing them to 9.5 and 8.5 respectively. I like Ole Miss today straight over LSU minus 1.5. I like Ole Miss. LSU's offense, I've yet to see it break out. Their quarterback is supposed to have NFL potential. They just haven't. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. I know they're a quality team and they're ranked fourth in the country, but I'm still waiting for them to break out. I think at Ole Miss is going to be a tough environment and spot for them. We shall see. Ohio State and Texas A&M, two-team teaser. Texas A&M is -7 at home over Auburn. I actually think Texas A&M is going to win the game outright, but I'm going to tease that game down to Texas A&M -1 and Ohio State -2.5. So those are our three picks. Ole Miss straight, tease Oregon, Alabama, tease Ohio State, Texas A&M. Those are our three picks for college football Saturday. Now, tomorrow we will be on at 11:30 a.m. for our Football Sunday show. We'll go over all the games, the storylines. Little Joe here to jumpstart my day. So we're going to go over all the NFL. We're going to give you all the storylines, the picks, the spreads. Oh, there is one thing I want to get into. There is a 9:30. Let me check this for you just so I don't misspeak. Tomorrow morning, in case you don't know, the Vikings and the Steelers are playing in Dublin, Ireland. Roger Goodell's endless quest to globalize the NFL. So it's 9:30 a.m. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, there's going to be football on. I want to pick this game now because it's going to be one of my picks tomorrow. I like the Vikings -2.5 over Pittsburgh. -2.5. I like the Vikes tomorrow. You can money line it if you want, -140, but I'm going to take the 2.5. I like the Vikes. They're going to be starting Carson Wentz. J.J. McCarthy's still out injured. But you know what? The Vikings are a solid team defensively on the line of scrimmage. They've got a lot of guys to assist in Carson Wentz and their young quarterback when he gets back in the lineup. He's still nursing a minor injury. He will not play again this week. And they looked great last week. And the Steelers are the luckiest 2-1 team on the planet. They got dominated by the Patriots last week, and they turned the ball over. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is ranked at the bottom of most every category. He passed for 139 last week. They got dog walked by the Patriots, but the Patriots turned the ball over 5 times and gave them a victory. So I like the Vikings tomorrow morning. I want to get that in because I won't be on till 11:30 tomorrow morning, so I won't be able to add that to my NFL picks. So put the Vikes -2.5 as one of my NFL picks for tomorrow. Again, we will see you tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. We're going to get some regular show times going. I wasn't going to come on today. Usually my work schedule permits me from being on Saturday morning, and that's where I'm going right after this. So we're going to do a Friday night college show, 6:30, every Friday night at 6:30, and every Sunday morning at 11:30 we'll do our NFL show. There'll be pop-up shows during the week, maybe one before Monday Night Football, one before Thursday Night Football. Not sure yet, but the definite ones that are set in stone is going to be, we're going to be on every Friday night at 6:30 and every Sunday morning at 11:30 a.m. There'll probably be 4 shows a week. Like I said, there'll be 2 pop-up shows, which I'll notify you of at the time. But anyway, that's what we got for you today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, go on YouTube and like the North American Sports Report channel. Like us on Facebook at North American Sports Report. And you can always follow us here live on Billy DiNapoli Facebook, live on the North American Sports Report YouTube channel. And we will also stream shorts on Instagram because we can't put this whole big show on Instagram. It's not how Instagram works, as you know. And we will always repost the show on the North American Sports Facebook page. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.